from sort of a very diverse neighborhood in New York City to a suburb in Long Island, and it was a serious like culture shock for me.
Yeah.
I didn't belong. I didn't have the right clothes. I didn't have the right attitude. I wasn't. My mom didn't drive the right car. Whatever it was, and then I became extremely rebellious against that, and then I was just like, fuck the world. I was really late in the graffiti game when I moved to Manhattan at 17, 18. I just started hanging out with these dudes, and I guess I started writing more when I was more around like 19, 20. Most people start when they're younger than that. But it was sort of like this like feminist assertion for me, because I already had the nickname and the tag or whatever. So when I met all these writers and they were like, oh, I'm this guy, I'm that guy, I'm like, oh, I'm Claw, whatever. And it sort of was an extension of like my rebellious teenage years. I was writing like these sort of like lame bubble letters, and you can see it's sort of a W, the claw, right? Yeah. So then I started like attaching these nails onto the W, and I had like beef with this kid, and he like smacked over the CLA and sort of like left the W hanging out. I was really into painting trucks at the time, and it like sort of drove by me on the street, and I just saw the W hanging out with this like giant tag on top of the other letters, and I was it was almost like graffiti taught me like my work ethic and my taught me friendship and loyalty and really important life lessons that I have like applied in my business, in my personal life. But if I could have learned these life lessons not painting graffiti, I would have been one step ahead of the game. My nightlife career, really, a lot of it was like based off of my fashion and all like the crazy outfits I would wear to work. Got me like a lot of attention, and I was like constantly like retooling clothes. I would wear stuff and people would say, hey, where'd you get that? You want to sell that? I have a store, this and that. So then I started doing that on the side at the same time. So I've always sort of had a hand in fashion, whether it was direct or indirect. If I was a stylist, I was a vintage dealer, I started painting again, and then all of a sudden all of this interest popped up. I wanted to claw on a t-shirt, you should make some claw jeans for my company, this and that. And I was like, I have a really great idea. Maybe I'll put a claw on a t-shirt. I'm trying to keep Claw owned and managed by me. I don't, I've had many opportunities to partner with people, and really everybody wants to own the Claw trademark, and I didn't put my ass on the street for 17, 18, 19, what am I going on, 21 years, so that some asshole could be like cashing checks, you know what I mean? Like that, that's my baby. I think fashion is truly limiting for what this brand can be. I think this brand is so much more than a fashion brand, and it really is a lifestyle brand. I think it's limitless what the Claw can become. So I think fashion is a part of it. It's a big part of it because that's where my roots come from. But I think to say that I'm going to just stick with fashion, no. And who knows, I could open a daycare center next week.